What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Errol Spence, Rolly, Romero, and the call out Rolly said to Errol after Errol wanted to match him with one of his fighters in his weight class, Rolly's weight class, I might add. And Rolly had this to say about Errol Spence. He said, you know what? I want you next, you know? And Errol Spence was like, man, laughed it off like, dude, you got problems. You're not ready. And let me counterpunch. At this point, Rolly, you have to understand, he's, the O is gone. He's a Mayweather fighter. So his protection is gone. See, any fighter from Mayweather Promotions, PBC, Fox, Showtime, all that shit, they know once you take an L, your Mayweather protection narrative potential is gone. It's gone. And since he knows it's gone, because, Tank Davis knocked him out, hit him with one shot, bow, that was a wrap. So he knows, like, hey, I have nothing to lose, but I still got my mouthpiece. I still got my attitude. I still got the spirit about me, So, hey, why not call everybody out? Why not do what fighters used to do back in the day before all this bullshit happened with Mayweather and, the O and all this. And it's been duplicated by like Tyson Fury and all these other fighters that have the O still, that want to preserve that O by not fighting the fights we want to see. And we are the only ones that suffer. We suffer along with their legacy. I don't know, maybe their pockets too, because they're not fighting anybody. They're really not getting paid shit. But back to Rolly. Rolly knows, I was on pay-per-view. I got my ass knocked out, so why not call out everybody? So everybody would be who? Errol the True Spence. What's the difference with Errol? Errol is that guy there. He's that one of those last Mayweather potential guys with a protection plan around him. But does Rolly have a chance against Errol Spence? And my question would be, anybody has a chance. It depends on where they fight. First of all, I think Errol would destroy him. But it depends on Rolly. Rolly's a heavy-handed guy, and how would he do at 147? Is he accustomed to fighting guys at 147? Because last I know, he's like 135, 140, even around that weight class. So, how would he even do with a bigger guy like Errol Spence? And Errol Spence is big for a welterweight. So what you think he's going to do to you? Now, I don't think he's as fast as Tank Davis. Tank Davis is quick, swift, fast, reflexes off the damn chain. But, Errol Spence, is a guy that breaks you down just by constant aggression. Now, I will say this, and I want people to understand. It just hit me just now. Rolly Romero calling out Errol the True Spence could be a fucking ploy. Okay, I don't want people to overlook that, because I almost overlooked it. But it just, my boxing brain, knowing how things work, Rolly Romero is that guy I think they're going to start using as a front man, because he does have a mouthpiece. He does have this retarded style, Adrian Broner-like spirit about him. He don't talk, and he's not as crisp and on point like Adrian Broner. He's quick on, he talks shit off the drop of a dime. Leonard Ellerby, fuck you. You're a bitch too. Fuck you. Shut up. Right? Rolly is not that quick, but he talks probably the same amount of shit. He just does it in his own way. Well, fuck you, man. Well, fuck this motherfucker. I'll whoop it. You know what I mean? But he's still entertaining to certain people. A lot of people think he's hilarious, and I could see the hilariousness in that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people that I used to say, like, dude, he's so annoying. But then I can understand why people would go for that. And I think because he has that type of promotional skill or element about him, I think they use him as a front guy. So if that Terrence Crawford fight with Errol Spence does not go through, okay, don't be surprised if you see Rolly fucking Romero and Errol the True Spence fighting. Mark my words. Everybody be like, yo, that's crazy. No, it's not. This is Floyd's world. Okay? In-house. And then the narrative would be, and they got enough channels out there that would support the idea that Terrence Crawford ducked Errol Spence, because I seen a video by a clown yesterday, you know, saying that, oh, Terrence just doesn't, he's ducking the fight. I'm like, okay. So that lets you know that there's enough people that promote that idea that it would make this particular fight make sense. Why do you think you're hearing about it? Rolly taking on Errol Spence, 2 weight fucking classes up? Why are we really hearing about it? Why is this news? It's news because they want it to be news. This is the news they want out there, so here it is. And they want it out there for a reason. Like I told you, if Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, if that fight falls to fuck through, we might see an Errol Spence taking on a Rolly Romero, even though it does nothing for Errol Spence whatsoever. Nothing. And I would respect the man if he wouldn't even fathom the idea of fighting Rolly Romero, which he probably already shut the hell down, really. But if it does happen, people, just say I didn't warn you. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Rolly Romero calling out Errol Spence and Errol Spence responding. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!